stop unmuting
number.
because the more you talk over me, I will continue to mute you.
Ma'am,
I'm telling you that the number that shows up on the system is not an updated number, but you refuse to listen to me.
Ma'am, when will I
It
get
is
a
not
copy
an
of the court order?
updated number.
Get her out of here. Kick her out.
You are not listening. Okay, unmute yourself one more time and I will remove you. That's it. Goodbye.
Imagine jail being right around the corner for you, and you're a woman on child support who for some reason won't stop arguing with the judge. That's exactly what's happening in this Georgia courtroom. The judge says it out plain. She owes $4,292 in back child support. And starting next month, she'll have to pay $345 a month. And in addition to that, $69 towards her arrears. That is the back child support. But instead of listening, and we're talking about the chick at the bottom of the screen, she was late to the court hearing, by the way, she starts arguing hard, talking about the numbers are wrong. The system says I owe such and such instead of the number you gave. You can't just add $1,000. And the father's present, of course, and he just wants to know, when will enforcement begins? What happened next, we're about to find out. The title of this video is Mom Melts Down Over Child Support and Refuses to Pay. Shout out to court watchers. Let's get it.
So Mr. Tullis, basically she's going to have to start paying you $345 and additional $69 starting April 1st.
That's the amount?
Okay. You said 30, you said she'll pay me what now? Let me write this down.
$345 plus an additional $69 a month.
Okay.
Write that down.
So what if that's not met?
Starting April 1st.
What if that's not met? Because it's kind of been just like she'll start paying, I guess, when the court date is coming up, and then it just goes away. And, you know, my son is still, you know, I'm fully with me, and I'm just trying to figure out, like, I guess I've been on the other side of things before when I haven't had a job and, you know, haven't had, you know, been on child support. And I've just seen the ball start rolling a little bit faster with license being suspended, you know, the possibility of incarceration, things of that nature. When will this?
What we can do for Mr. Tullis?
Yes. Okay, Mr. Tullis, this is where we are right now. This is an adjudication of arrears, which means we needed to get that dollar amount solidified so that it's now a debt owed against her. It's never going to go away. So we have that in place.
Listen. I don't like how they didn't address his very valid question there of what's going to happen if she doesn't pay. What's going to happen if she refuses? He's asking that because she's most likely been refusing and been uncooperative.
Also going to monitor her payments. If she's not making her payments after 60 days, then automatic suspension for admin things such as driver's license, passports, tags, that start. Beautiful. At the end of 90 days, the case is normally referred over to my department, which is where we are right now, for review for a contempt action because she's eligible for contempting now. If the court finds that she's in contempt and she's not paying and she has the ability to pay, then what will happen is she will go ahead, the court will set a purge. If she doesn't pay the purge, then there's the possibility of incarceration. I need to caution everybody listening in that this is civil. This is not criminal. So Judge Reading doesn't have the legal authority to just lock someone up until they paid the full balance of a purge, because that's what we call debtor's prison, and you don't have that anymore here in Georgia.
Look at the dad. He's like, can we just lock her up right now? This channel is sponsored by fathershaverights.com. So one of the experts in our prenup guide has over 20 years experience in divorce law. He says most people enter marriages with their eyes wide shut. Everyone is focused on the ring, proposal, makeup, venues, but no one thinks about things like alimony, property division, or custody. Are you a future husband who hasn't thought seriously about any of these things? If so, you need to understand that marriage is a legal contract with serious terms. Signing it without a prenup is like signing a blank 10-page contract. But the good news is it's not too late. Act now by clicking the link pinned to the top of the comment section and join the hundreds of men protecting their future marriages the right way.
if she's not working because of barriers to like education, criminal records, or things like that, there are services that we can help give her that will get her on track so that your son is getting, or you're getting assistance for your son as needed. And because we've adjudicated this, I believe we may have Ms. Freeman reach out. I need to think about that and see if she's eligible for the PAC program or if she's not employed or something. But those things are happening right now. So nothing's different depending on whether you're male or female, mom or dad. Whoever is supposed to be paying that money to child support, the same steps happen that happened before.
Okay. Okay. I was
As far as we're concerned, it's only about your son at this point. We play no favorites here.
right. Exactly.
Or at least I don't.
Yeah, I surely do appreciate it breaking that down for me. I just want to know how the process went, and that's kind of clearer. So, like, we're looking at now, April. You said, this 345 plus the additional 69 to start.
Yes, and if she's
Okay.
not paying child support like she's supposed to consistently now, then they'll start reaching out to her to ask if she needs services. And if she doesn't respond, then the regular, we have to do the admin part first, which is suspend licenses and all of that, and then it can come to contempt. And unfortunately, we may have to ask you to come back and say that you haven't received anything later on down the line, but that's how the process will go from here on out.
Let me add this that I know. She hasn't had license in years.
Hasn't had a license in years, so they can skip that process, right?
Due to suspension of her license for drunk driving and things like
Oh,
that.
we don't need this because
I'm
it's being
sorry.
broadcast. Okay,
I'm
that's
sorry.
okay.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's okay. That's okay. I understand.
But I guess my question is that a step that gets skipped if that's already has happened?
No, unfortunately not, because the way the law is set up. But we've had this case. We filed this case a while ago, so she may be eligible to be looked at for contempt more quickly if she's not been making payments consistently. I don't have her last on my note. Agent Ms. Freeman, can you see when her last payment was?
Her last payment was made on January 31st in the amount of $85.80.
Lock her up. That's not enough. Don't you love how the state attorney there said, hey, we're not biased, and then she fixed it and said, well, I'm not biased, which that was a good thing.
Okay, that's relatively low. So, but a payment was made, and so that's going to trigger the clock to start over. But what I'm going to ask our PAC coordinator to do is reach out and see what's going on. If you can for me.
Yeah, I'll
and
go ahead
then
and
let
reach
me
out to
know.
her.
Because if I do need to file something, I can, if she can fit into the program, so that we can get consistent payments in. Okay, Mr. Tillis, I think you've heard Judge Manning talk about the PAC program a little bit, and what that's called is parent accountability. And what's different about that from fatherhood is that it's governed by the court. She still has to report to another judge, Judge Brasher, who meets with them once a month, and then Ms. Freeman, who is on the call with us today, will monitor her. She has weekly contact with the participants of PAC to make sure that they're on the right track to do. And if there are any other barriers, she can help provide services from the state. Not that this is the case with the current CP, but say, for instance, if a criminal record is preventing them from being able to get a job, the state will provide what's called a bond to assure the company that there will be no problems, and then that person can go work. So if there's a job out there, Ms. Freeman will find it for her.
There she is.
So they will go help her look for unemployment if she can't find unemployment. I think that's the PAT program. Hold on a second. What's the PAT program discussed here in this video? Could you give me a little more detail about what that is? Talking to our AI assistant barista, Ms. Coffee, real quick. I like to know. Gotta learn. We gotta learn.
What is the Parental Accountability Court, PAC, program? It's an initiative by the Georgia Division of Child Support Services, DCSS.
Oh, it's PAC, P-A-C.
In collaboration with Superior Court judges to help non-custodial parents who are chronically behind on child support. Georgia Department of Human Services, plus PAMS, plus 2. The aim is to provide an alternative to incarceration for parents who owe support. Instead of immediately locking someone up for non-payment, the program offers support and oversight so the parent can catch up and maintain payments. Meriwether and Tharp, LLC 1. It's voluntary in many cases, and participants agree to meet certain conditions: job training, income production, monitoring, substance abuse treatment if needed, etc. Georgia Child Support Services 1.
Hey, that's great. That's good because, you know, there are people who are in terrible situations and many times and to get locked up over child support, while other people may think that that's justified, there are plenty of people who just can't find work. Doesn't mean that it's someone else's responsibility, but for them to provide that helping hand, I think is a good thing.
Okay.
There she
Will
is.
I get a copy of this?
Oh, she's back.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Order?
Here she
Yes.
goes.
Okay, I believe,
Mom showed up.
well, okay. Well, we're done. So Ms. Pate, what's happened is this was an adjudication of arrears. This is the last case on the calendar. And so the court proceeded to go forward because we need to let Mr. Tillis go back to work. The arrears were adjudicated at $4,292.59 as of February 28th. Your current child support payment is $345, and a repay of $69 has been added to begin on April the 1st.
When I looked into the system, the child support balance is only supposed to be $2,900. When I looked into the system, the child support balance is only supposed to be $2,932.59. That's the amount that's in the system. What's the $4,000?
Because when you looked into the system, we can only start charging for the amount of time until we get to this, which is an adjudication of arrears. Mr. Tillis provided what's called an affidavit, which was in the packet that you received when you were served. And that's the amount that we are adjudicating right now. That has been added to that $2,000 in the system to bring your total up to $4,292.
But you're not supposed to add that to the $2,000. That's included in the $2,000. The reason why I'm saying
that's what court is. That's what court is for. That is literally why we are here today.
What I'm saying is,
hold on, ma'am.
Hey, listen. This is male birth control, right? If she will argue with you like this, just put yourself on child support before you smash. If you decide to go against the advice of be careful where you plant your seed, where you stick your joystick. I'm talking to the hard-headed men out here who love living life on the edge. You run across a woman like this and you decide you're going to risk it all. Just start putting child support on a couple of checks. Get them ready.
Listen to Miss Clark Davis.
I hear her. No, what I was saying was the $1,000.
Talking over her, so I'm muting you. Go ahead, Miss Clark Davis.
So we can't put on the system the arrears affidavit until the amount that's on the arrears until we've had a hearing. We had a hearing today and we added that information to the system, which is why the total is now combined to the additional amount. The other thing was this case did not have an arrears repay added to it. So that's where the $69 extra a month is coming for to pay down the balance. Now, if you have proof today that you have paid Mr. Tillis that money from the affidavit, we're open to seeing the receipts.
Okay, but this is what I'm saying. When we received the complaint for child support, when it says that we owe the $1,360, then that's as of 7/7/2022. The only thing that's added to the $1,360 after that is the $354 that's supposed to be paid monthly. Mr. Tullis has received monies through IWO, and he's also received monies through direct payment. So another arrears affidavit needs to be completed by Mr. Tullis. As of January 31st, Mr. Tullis has received at least a payment of $1,000 on the case. So that arrears balance needs to be done over. The $4,000 is not correct.
Your Honor,
So
do you need to hear the testimony again with Ms. Pate currently present, or does the court want to rely on the testimony that was given earlier?
I mean, I heard this testimony was given earlier. I'm fine.
So that's what I'm saying.
Thank you, Your Honor.
So if the system says that I only owe $2,930 something as of January 31st, then we don't add the $1,360 to the $2,900. The $1,300 is as of July 2022. The $2,900 is as of February 2023. If we do 3 times 12, that's like what?
I don't know. Why don't you tell us? You're the one who's doing the math.
She's frozen, and I'm absolutely happy with I mean, she hasn't presented anything other than what she thinks that the math is done wrong.
Thank you, Your Honor. Then we'd ask that be the final order of the court. Mr. Tillis, am I frozen too?
Yes, ma'am.
She froze
okay.
up.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, Mr. Tillis, then everything stands as we discussed just a moment ago. Ms. Freeman, I still need you to reach out to Ms. Pate when you have a moment to see if she needs any additional services.
Will you guys send me this information today?
Yes, sir. Well,
okay.
as soon as the court signs the order, you'll receive a copy in the mail.
Okay.
Oh, if you put
All right.
your email address in copy the email address out of the chat, which is court120@dhs.ga.gov. Send a message to that email on Friday or after Friday, and we'll send you a copy of the order.
Can you? I don't have it in my chat. Can you say it to me one more time so I can write it down?
Yes, it's court COURT 120@dhs.ga.gov.
They all just decided to ignore her and mute her because obviously they had enough.
At DHS
dot
which is
GA
GA
dot GOV.
.gov. And you said I need to send an email to you guys, or you?
Yes, if you will send an email to us so that we have your email address, we'll send you a copy of the order.
Okay, so
Thank you.
All right, so I just went on the system now, and the arrears balance is only $3,277.59.
This is not an updated number.
Do you guys?
The
still need
updated number
numbers?
is $3,277.59.
Updated number.
Do you guys
Mr.
still need me?
No, sir.
Now, the order has only been in effect since 2021. It's only 2023.
Pay your child support.
Thank you, Mr. Tullis. You can
Your Honor,
I don't like
Tillis.
y'all. Y'all don't care what's right. And this is what I be talking
Thank
about.
You,
sir. I want to be on my case. I do not owe no $4,000. I only owe $3,277.59, and that needs to be the balance of the owner arrears.
The number that is on.
You don't add $1,000. No, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. The number that is on the system.
You're a legally maintained
number. The number on the system, once again, is not an updated number.
She's arguing so aggressively, she can't even hear that the judge is telling her that the number in the system is not an updated number.
Is behind. Stop unmuting, because the more you talk over me, I will continue to mute you. I'm telling you that the number that shows up on the system is not an updated number, but you refuse to listen to me.
Ma'am, when will I get
a copy of the court order? Number.
Get her out of here. Kick her out.
You are not listening. Okay, unmute yourself one more time and I will remove you. That's it. Goodbye. All right.
Oh, man. And I really did mean that, guys. I really did. If you're the type of man who looks at these type of situations and you're not yet in this situation and you're like, I should probably chill. I don't want to end up in a courtroom paying child support after you've seen all this, but you're like, but I'm still going to do me. Just open up a savings account and call it child support. Now, you will need it. What an insufferable chick. Top comment here says, finally a father getting what he is owed. Yes, beautiful, beautiful. Somebody responded back to that comment and says, she won't pay anything. Keep her in jail until she grows up. Here's somebody else that says, facts. She is going to go to jail if she does not pay. Here's another person who says, I'm glad the father mentioned possible consequences against the mother for paying child support. Over time, men have been incarcerated, driver's license and passport suspended, where we're watching this video and the mother will be able to receive services. It's clearly a double standard. Somebody responded back and says, thank you for mentioning this. These people in the comments are talking about how happy to see a father getting justice. I'm like, how? He's struggling to receive anything from her. The other guy responded back and says, I totally agree. If you want anything, it will be the new type of issues, headaches the mother would bring. I've had several friends who won full custody. Those gentlemen didn't want to deal with the mother at all because they had to constantly overcompensate for the mother's lack thereof. The mothers only receive a slap on the wrist. So the question obviously here is, we have a mom who is not compatible at all with the father, not being cooperative is a better word. And will she be sent to jail if she does not comply? She looks like the type who's willing to push it there. She definitely does. What do you guys think? Somebody else who says they really need to start imposing jail time for contempt. Here's another person who says her wages need to be garnished to force her. Here's somebody else who added underneath 100%. It will happen eventually. Making a payment does restart the clock. But if she consistently is doing that, then the courts can put in for a wage garnishment. Then she won't have a choice. And if she quits her job, they'll send her to jail. I've seen it happen. Of course, they're far more lenient with women than men. The whole it doesn't matter if you're male or female is a bit bogus. But I have seen a woman go to jail for non-payment of child support. Somebody else here added kudos to him for pointing out the hypocrisy of the system. They all know damn well that if the situation were reversed, they would be making all sorts of threats. Now, the person who says, I can't imagine what she's like to everyone around her if she's like this with a judge. And again, gentlemen, believe what you see. Believe what you see and be careful. Hey guys, as always, I appreciate you for checking out yet another episode of the Coffee Pod. To my currently engaged or soon to be married men, if you need a prenup and would like a guide that shows you how to get a solid and legally binding prenuptial agreement, hit the link pinned to the top of the comment section and access your guide at fathershaverights.com today.